It's that there is one thing, like there's one consistent thing that I've seen it from a third party perspective that I think is not necessarily like killing the good of social media, but it is draining the life out of this thing called social media. And for me, that is say it with me, comparison. Comparison. Big word meaning comparing everything. People, men, women, young, old, somehow don't know how, don't know when it started, don't know when it first began. It became a race of comparison. That to me is the one of the worst, absolute worst things that has been created, a sub creation of the rise of social media is, I gotta show I'm having the best time. I gotta show I'm living the best life. I gotta make sure that I gotta look the best. I gotta be the best. I'm not saying having a mentality of succeeding, but I have to appear like I'm the best. You see, it's not even necessarily trying and striving to be the best. It's the appearance of being the best that is killing a lot of people, bro. It's the appearance of trying to look like everything is the greatest time of your life. That is, I feel like it is draining the joys, because one person is constantly feeling compelled to live up to the Joneses, and it is fake. You know, the one of my biggest pet peeves. Have you ever been to a party? Like, you've been to the party. The party, it wasn't a bad party. It was cool. You met a 1-2 people. You had a 1-2 dance. Maybe you had a 1-2 fun. You went with your friends. It was a cool time. Maybe you spent 2-3 hours. But somehow, some way, it always looks better on someone's 30-second video than it actually was in real time. I don't know if this ever happened to you, but that happens on such a consistent basis, where I was at the event. It wasn't a bad event. It didn't flop. Don't get me wrong. But somehow, through the addition of a cool backdrop, a back me, flashing images. Every image has to be 2 seconds or less. It looked like, you just had the greatest time of your life. And this is all just what you call editing tricks. It's editing tricks. Somehow, for some strange reason, when you add music to the background and you make all the clips 2 seconds, it looks so much better than it actually was. And then people fall in love with the 30-second clip, and then they feel, I gotta make my 30-second clip. And that can be anything. And that's comparison right there, bro. And I feel like that thing drives people today now more than ever. And again, I'm not throwing shade, but I do feel that they are like trying to raise alert and alarm that, bro, we cannot keep going like this, where everything is dictated by a 30-second clip of some cool fancy editing tricks and some background music. It does not make any sense. Because again, like I said, it went from social interactions in person to social interactions being taken online, calling that place social media, to social media becoming social interactions. Now the technology is the interactions. How does that make any sense? Please explain it to me. Please explain it to PYM militia. We don't understand. I'm sorry if my Ghanaianism is coming out. But, you know what I'm saying? Comparison is killing. I feel like comparisons are killing. I feel like for people used to feel like it's a young man's thing. It's for 16 and 17-year-olds, because when you're young, you want to feel like you're the coolest, you're the prettiest, whatever the case may be. But now I'm seeing grown people, bro. Grown people. And you can waste energy, time, and it's eating at your psyche, because you're comparing. And now to the point where if you identify that, you're wasting time comparison, you're a hater. You're a hater. Okay, then I just that's the immediate thing. So now, the best thing, I always say, I don't think, if I don't care about you, I will not even tell you. Live your life how you feel it. If that's how you want to spend your time, live it. Because me, I don't care enough. You know what I'm saying? But it has become a thing of constant comparison. I have seen best friends, I've seen closest of friends, just because one person's post looked better, felt better, that person feels some kind of internal thing of, I'm not living up to standard. And it baffles me. I've seen situations where you're a close friend, in real life, your real life friend, just because they look like they were having a better time, it starts to eat at someone else. Someone would say that person is just insecure. That someone would say that person is just immature. And I'm not saying like they're not underlying reasons why that person may be acting like that. I'm just saying somehow this thing called social media has poured kerosene. Has poured gas on it, or gaslight. Oh my God, that's such a 2022 word, gaslighting it. It has poured gas. I'm gonna be talking to myself. It has poured gas on a situation when the person does inhibit those negative things, right? But now it's just heightened, And why is that? It cannot just be like, is this the final form of social interactions? Because it is draining, bro. I'm not even on it, but I see it. I see people getting drained. It can't just be that everybody's trying to chase the perfect party post. Everybody's trying to chase the perfect vacation post. Everybody's trying to chase the perfect thirst trap post. How? It can't be this. Like, this cannot be the ultimate form. It can't. So I'm hoping that PYM, bro, we just help get out of this chapter of our digital, whatever, history, if you want to call it that, or our technology history. Because, pandemic, obviously didn't help because people didn't have things to distract them. And we'll talk about good distractions versus bad distractions in another time. But people are drained, people are numb. I feel I'm not trying to call it on people, but I feel like, it has numbed a lot of people internally. And it's not necessarily about maybe how you interact with others. I feel like how you interact with yourself has been numbed by social media. People are sometimes a little bit scared to spend time with themselves because they feel like it's never a positive feeling to have to actually, spend time with yourself. So you rather obsess with the gram, obsessed with Twitter, you're obsessed with that stuff. Such a subconscious obsession that it can be scary. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that we're trying to fight. It's one thing that I hope we can fight, because the truth of the matter is that I feel, let me not say the truth of the matter, but my truth of the matter is that I feel that if you're happy, if the essence of happiness is always related to a certain song selection, some certain clip selection, some angles and some lighting, then I feel like you've devalued what happiness is meant to be. I feel like happiness is the time you spend with the people you care about. Happiness is the memories that you create. Happiness is you achieving the goals that you set for yourself. That's what I feel like some forms of happiness are. Now, happiness is not a set thing. Everybody has their own happiness. Someone can call having a Diet Coke or a Coke, or what did I say, Diet Coke? I like Diet Coke. Like having a Diet Coke on a hot day is happiness. So whatever you define happiness is, I clearly do not believe that happiness can be defined as the obsession of trying to fit a specific trend. Now, for the subset of people who say they do derive happiness from that, I'm not throwing shot or shades at you. If that is your true and defined happiness, granted. But you cannot tell me that millions of people have the exact same happiness. That's impossible. Because if millions of people have different preferences of drinks, or different preferences of foods, or different preferences of fashion or style, how then can millions, and I mean millions, of people have the exact same quote unquote happiness of following the gram and following the culture of the gram? Make it make sense to me. We're okay to say, oh, my favorite, when it comes to everything else, we're so unique. My favorite food is ice cream is chocolate. Mine's vanilla. Mine's strawberry. Someone will say mine is, I don't know, rum raisin, Rocky Road, whatever. But when it comes to the gram, everybody follows the same trend, and you're supposed to tell me that it makes everybody happy? Come on. I don't think so. But again, it's affecting this thing, man. It's affecting this thing in a negative way. It really is. In comparisons, they eat at who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you are always comparing yourself to someone else, how do you know what uniquely makes you you? You know what I mean? How do you determine what uniquely makes you you? How do you figure out what makes you? You can't. Like, you can get inspirations and you can get stimulations from other places, but those stimulations are meant to help you define you. And the subset of what PYM is gonna be is, focus on your your mind. Focus on your mind. That's it. I'll say it. I am no motivational speaker, bro. I am not. I refuse to be. I'm not a rah guy. Nah, bro. I'm just hoping that I can give you some nuggets, or I'm hoping that you can give me some nuggets, or some experts can come in and give us some, some good tips on on the tools we need to build our own minds. But we just talking about why PYM, and the topic on why PYM is comparisons from social media, comparisons that is created, and the effects of that. Why has where we are as people through social media, what comparing, has it been a good, has it been a con, what has happened because of it, and just talking on it again from a third person, from a unbiased perspective. I feel like it has overstimulated us. Overstimulated us. It is crazy now. The easiest thing to say, I don't know if you've ever had a situation, but obviously, there've been a lot of passings of known popular figures. Obviously the pandemic, thoughts and prayers to anyone who lost, a loved one during that time, but I feel like because there's such information highway, the moment something happens, when it's a negative, someone just got shot or someone just died, the first reaction that comes to your mind is, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're like, really? Wow, that's crazy. And that's all you could say. And it has numbed us, because it is our source of information. It has numbed us to our emotional reactions. It has numbed us to, stimulation. It has numbed us to curiosity. Just all things, because it's too much at a time, And even as I'm on social media, I'm on all these platforms, I guarantee you we will have periodic social media breaks. Periodically. Periodically, I'm gonna tell you guys, listen, maybe a month or two is scheduled. Everybody who's part of the PYM militia maybe will take a Sunday, and if you can be, keep yourself accountable, just throw your phone somewhere. I don't know, if you want to watch TV, watch it on your laptop, go out, whatever, play video games, just throw your phone away and do not talk to anybody. If they're not within a 3-foot radius, do not open your mouth. Dead ass. We're gonna start doing that, because it has, desensitized, if that's the word, us, so much as a people. I'm not trying to build your mind. I'm just trying to bring awareness that you need to build your mind. That's it. Right? But yeah, it's comparisons have messed up a lot of things. Again, for anyone who's joining in, who'll see this in the future after the live stream, this is the PYM live show. This is called the Protect Your Mental live show. We're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook. I could just be rocking out here by myself, talking to myself, but that's okay. That's okay. That's no problem at all, man. I'm on a mission to help us build this thing called the mind. And if you are with me, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, as they will say. Subscribe. I know that's something that streamers say. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So subscribe. If you're on Twitch, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, follow. Thank you for watching. We will be back on Wednesday. Y'all have a great night. For anyone who sees this, again, I wish you perfect health. I wish you perfect wealth. I wish you perfect love, and I wish you perfect self-expression. And that in all that you do, that your mind will be secure and growing every single day. I'm gonna say that every time I come on this stream. Every single time. Y'all have a good night. It's been fun. I'm getting better. As I said, sorry for the technical difficulties in the beginning. And yeah, man, I hope to see you guys on Wednesday. We'll be back Wednesday night, 9:30 sharp. Maybe 9:35, but 9:30 sharp. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a great evening and peace.